Jagannath, Jaya Jaya Jagannath, Jai Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jagannath, Jai Jai Jagannath, Jai Jai Baladev, Baladev, Jaya Dev, Jai Jai Baladev, Jai Jai Baladev, Jai Baladev, Jai Baladev, Jaya Jai Baladev, Jai Jai Subhadra, Subhadra, Jai Jai, Jai Jai Subhadra, Jaya Jaya Subhadra, 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 Jaya Jaya Subhadra.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, dear guests, dear devotees, very warm welcome here to our Sunday program. Sorry, apologies, it's quite hot inside. Try to open the window. I will also open that so that you can get some fresh air. Someone here for the first time? What is your name? Eben. Welcome. On Sundays we have our Sunday program. Now we had some mantra singing. Now we will have a talk on Krishna consciousness philosophy. 5 o'clock there will be a vegetarian feast. At 6:15 a guided mantra meditation. 7 o'clock a temple ceremony. From 8 o'clock onwards more kirtan, more mantra meditation. And for today's talk we are very happy here to invite His Holiness Bhakti Nrsimha Maharaj. Please welcome him with a big Hari Bol. Maharaj is originally from South Africa and he came into contact with Krishna consciousness. I think the first time he met them in 1979. And later in the 80s, Maharaj dedicated his life and for spreading this movement, this philosophy all over the world, especially in Africa, from South Africa till up to Uganda, Kenya, also in Europe, UK, also in South America. Today I got to hear also in the jungles of the Amazonas. So Maharaj is spreading this wisdom with everyone and sharing this with everyone. So we are very happy that Maharaj is here. And before we start, someone needs a German translation. Braucht jemand eine deutsche Übersetzung? And then I just request everyone, please come to the front, sit here, and I wish you a happy Sunday. Hare Krishna.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Prasajana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachariyam Yamunatira Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada Sila Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Haribo, Haribo, Haribol, Nitai Gaur Haribo. Hare Krishna. Can I have the Bhagavad Gita? So this is the what you call Sunday Love Feast. The term was coined by our founder Acharya in America. This was because the younger generation of that time, in the 1960s, they were looking for love. They were looking for freedom. They were trying to experiment through LSD, cocaine, marijuana, rock and roll. Why is that? Because in Sanskrit it is said that we are anandamaya bhyasat. We are pleasure-seeking beings. To be sad, to be disappointed, to be broken-hearted is not part of our nature. But these things are superfluous to us as we journey in this world of dualities. So the younger people in the 60s, they were into counterculture. They were trying to create their part towards achieving happiness. They were going high on drugs, and they will come down and go high again. And Prabhupada said, no, you don't have to come down. You can stay high forever by chanting Hare Krishna. Yes, and they tried it, and it worked. Here we are today. We are chanting Hare Krishna in every city and town of the world. Process, it worked with the youth in the 1960s and 1970s, and it's still working today. So that's what we're going to share. So Prabhupada's gathering was called the Sunday Love Feast because in those days, the younger generation, they were looking for love. They were looking for inner happiness. They were looking for something endless. And then Prabhupada gave them this Sunday Love Feast to come and experience that. So thank you very much. Now the Bhagavad Gita has come. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we reading from Bhagavad Gita. This is text number 5. I don't know, do you choose verse here? You have a verse that you are following? Or I choose? I choose. Okay, I choose what I like. I just wanted to see if you like something. Okay, you agree, you're gonna like what I like. I hope so. So I've opened from Bhagavad Gita chapter. This is chapter 8, verse number 6. Antakali chamam eva smaran mukta kalivaram yap prayati samadbhavam yati nastatra samsayaha. Translation. I just read. No one is translating. I don't have to wait for anyone. Okay. Someone is supposed to get a German translation. Is anyone translating? Not required. Good. I like that. Okay. Translation. And whoever at the end of his life quits his body remembering me alone, at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. Purport. In this verse, the importance of Krishna consciousness is stressed. Anyone who quits his body in Krishna consciousness is at once transferred to the transcendental nature of the Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord is the purest of the pure. Therefore, anyone who is constantly Krishna conscious is also the purest of the pure. The word smaran, remembering, is important. Remembrance of Krishna is not possible for the impure soul who has not practiced Krishna consciousness in devotional service. Therefore, one should practice Krishna consciousness from the very beginning of life if one wants to achieve success at the end of his life. The process of remembering Krishna is essential. Therefore, one should constantly, incessantly chant the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Lord Chaitanya has advised that one be as tolerant as a tree. Daro iva sahisnuna. There may be so many impediments for a person who is chanting Hare Krishna, and nonetheless, tolerating all these impediments, one should continue to chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that at the end of one's life, one can have the full benefit of Krishna consciousness. Om Gyanati Mirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, I'm reading here from chapter 8, titled Attaining the Supreme. So there are so many processes of spirituality, or you could say basically different denominations that we have in this world, whether it be religion or yoga, meditation. They are called transcendentalists because they are trying to help someone to transcend this binding environment to the environment that is more uplifting. So some people may do it that through yoga, tantra, transcendental meditation, through Christianity, through Islam, through Buddhist meditation. There are so many. But there are 4 sources of knowledge from which all these denominations, spiritual denominations, borrow philosophy from. One is called mystic yoga or Patanjali. And then you have voidism. Those who believe in nirvana. And then you have impersonalism, who are trying to attain oneness with the origin of things or God. They're trying to attain Brahman. And then number 3, you have personalists, those who are personalists. That include Abrahamic religions, who believe that there is a God, the God has a kingdom. Upon leaving this body, you will attain the kingdom which is said to be heaven. And so in a similar way, here, in Bhagavad Gita, we found that this is a personalist philosophy. So Krishna, who is God, is saying here, and whoever at the end of his life quits his body, remembering me alone at once, attains my nature of these days, no doubt. Of course, I don't know how many of you are the followers of Bhagavad Gita. How many of you have read Bhagavad Gita or reading Bhagavad Gita or have Bhagavad Gita? Raise your hands. Okay, you are the majority. Okay, that's good. So the Bhagavad Gita is a very mystical book. It has so many secrets hidden in these pages. So, but these secrets of Bhagavad Gita, they come from four from 14 questions that were asked by Arjuna. So one of those questions come out here in the first and second verses. Arjuna asked a question in the first verse, what is Brahman? What is the self? What is material manifestations? And what is, who is Adhyatma, the super soul? How does it live in the body? And, O Madhusudana, how will those engaged in devotional service know you at the time of death? Very, very interesting questions. Why did Arjuna ask this question? Because in the end of the 7th chapter, which ends in text number 30, there Krishna is telling Arjuna that those who are in full consciousness of me, who know me as the Supreme Lord, who is the governing principle of material manifestation, of the demigods, and all methods of sacrifice, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they will understand me and know me even at the time of death. So that's why Arjuna is asking these questions. Very interesting. So those are secrets of Bhagavad Gita. So here Arjuna is asking, because Krishna said these things in the previous chapter. So the answer of how will those engaged in devotional service know me, know you at the time of death is given in this verse. And he says, and whoever will remember me alone at the time of death, certainly that person will attain me. So this is very, very important because smaranam, or remembering, is very, very important. When we are near death, I've been there many times. Yes, I'm an old boy from all hard schools. Yes, I've been there near death. Once I was swimming in the ocean and the waves carried me away. Yeah, I was seeing death staring me on my face. It's how I came out, don't ask me. It just happened that I managed to, something came into my mind that now I'm going, let me do something. I dived down below the waves. Somehow or other I escaped them. And then I went back to the surface. So many instances like that, where you're just closer to the gate of death, and then you come back. Wow! So what I was thinking at that time is what was very dear to me. I was thinking of my sister's child who was like 2 years, that was very dear to me. And I realized, yes. So when you are closer to that moment, what comes out from your mind is what is dear to you. It comes out. So Krishna says, what we should remember if we practice is Him. And whoever will remember me alone, not with many things, and will attain me. So this is the process. So why is that? So in this world, which is like a school, where students learn too late. It's just like I went to school many years ago, in the 60s. We used to see many kids coming from school. They were very happy making noise. We thought, wow, the school must be a fantastic place. So many children are going to that place. Wow. They must have merry-go-rounds, swimming pools, volleyball fields. They must be having a good time. These kids are very fortunate. So we used to think like that. And then we were waiting for us to grow and reach the age for going to school. In those days, they were accepting 7-year-old kids. So we waited patiently. And then finally we were 7 years old. Oh wow, we were so happy. Our mothers got us, new clothes, new shoes, and, uniform, blazer, everything. School bag, some exercises, so happy. And then there was a registration period. It went on for 2 days because there were so many ignorant, kids like me. We were so many of us, new students. When we were registered, they put us in classes. When we got into these classes, we realized the school is not about playing. Yes. We have come to be disciplined here. Huh? We were not used to that. So we were shocked. And there were these people called teachers. We never heard of such people. Teacher. And these were the teachers of corporal punishment. You know what is that? They hit you with a stick. Yes, they were very serious. They looked like police. So we became afraid. And we thought the school was a place for fun. Now we are here to be disciplined. So what happened in our mind? We thought, we don't want this. We don't want to be here. But when we told our mothers that the school is a very scary place, they told us, you are students now, you must go to school. We had no choice. So we had to tolerate. And we were really disciplined by those teachers. Thanks God, I'm not a child anymore. And so the material world is like that. It's like a school. And the main teacher here is called Durga Devi. Yes, and Durga Devi has a trident with three spikes, which represents the miseries that she inflicts upon us in this school. The miseries like natural disasters, the miseries that come from our mind, the miseries that we get from enemies, and some other creatures like mosquitoes. So, this is a school. But we are learning too slow. So, therefore, these processes like yoga, meditation, some forms of spirituality are meant to teach us how to graduate from this school. Yes, this is school. We are supposed to graduate. So the clue is given in Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna how to graduate from this school. So Prabhupada says that is by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Very interesting. It seems simple. So why is that? Traditionally, to graduate from this school, there are 3 processes. One is Jnana Yoga, another one is Karma Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. So, Karma Yoga means by actions. You perform certain actions which can liberate you. And then Jnana Yoga, they follow disciplines. You discipline the mind. And then in Bhakti Yoga is said to be the yoga of emotions. Yoga of emotions means that it's a yoga of feeling. You feel just like you feel for someone. Mm? So Krishna says that remember me. Yes, that's a yoga of feeling. You remember Krishna and you will feel him. You will feel the presence of Krishna by remembering. Very beautiful. So how do we practice that? Is by chanting Hare Krishna. So that is the way of graduating from this school. Just like we went to school, we were given so many subjects, and we have to study, and then in the end, do exams, and then you graduate to another class, secondary school. In secondary school, you enter university, you choose a faculty. Even there, they are teachers, but better than the ones in school. And and then when you graduate from university, when you wear that gown with your degree, you feel, I have conquered something, isn't it? It feels good. Now you can go to corporate world and start something. Yes, of course, you are not out of this material existence. At least you are kind of qualified to work out your way. So in a similar way, here in the material world, when we do our homework, we can graduate to a higher environment, not to corporate world, but to the highest realm in this existence. So that's what it is spoken about here. So there are three ways of doing this. Or you could say atonement. It's called atonement. So atonement is done in three ways. One is through karma. Another type of atonement is through jnana, knowledge, and bhakti, devotion. So it is said that atonement through jnana is done through the process of repentance. That is jnana. People repent. And then through karma, the people follow what is called chandrayana. Chandrayana is a process when people do fasting during the waxing and the waning of the moon. So it is said that when you do prayashchitam or atonement through jnana, through karma, first is karma, you can offset or stop the reactions to your past sinful activities. But the desire to commit those sins and the root cause of the desire, which is what I call nescience or ignorance, those remain. When you try to atone through the process of jnana or knowledge, you can remove the reactions to your past activities as well as the desire to commit those crimes. But still, the root cause remains. So only when we engage in bhakti, and then everything becomes clear. It's just like in daytime when the sun rises, everything becomes clear. Why is that? Because bhakti is complete. Why bhakti is complete? Because this is a yoga of love and devotion. Like I was explaining the other day, how it is said that, here in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, I think verse number 29. No, it's not 29, 27. So it says, Icha Dvesha Samudena Sambhavam. It says that, oh no, let me read the verse. The reason why the living entity is down into material existence is because of, it says, all living entities are born into delusion, bewildered by dualities arisen from desire and hate. It's because of desire that we are born into this material nature. Of course, when that desire is frustrated, we hate. Like we may love something, if it disappoints you, you turn and hate the same thing. That's what's going on in this world. So, it's because of desire that we are in this material environment. So in that way, Bhakti is a process of love and devotion. We begin to apply that loving propensity towards Krishna, and then it becomes a liberating force. When our loving propensity is projected to the things that are imperfect, can bring about reversals. It can bring about what I call side effect. It's just like in South Africa, there is a word, babalas feeling. I don't know whether it's English or what. In South Africa, we have certain words. Just like in America, they say the trunk, where you keep your luggage behind the car, they call it a trunk. A car trunk. In South Africa, that we call a car boot. In America, they call traffic lights, we say a robot. So many words in different cultures. But a robot in America means a moving toy, human-like toy. That's a robot. But with us, a traffic light, we call it a robot. I'll meet you at the robot. It means I'll meet you there at the traffic light. So we have so many words which are not really available in other countries. One of them is called babalas feeling. So people drink alcohol, next day they feel down. That's what they call. It's a side effect. So they have to drink again to jazz themselves up. So this is the nature of the material world. Everything that we enjoy, it has some side effect. But devotional service, when we engage in devotional service, there is no side effect. It increases. Of course, it takes time. Just like when you chant Hare Krishna, first you fall asleep. You fall asleep. Why you fall asleep? Because our mind is dulled over. So this chanting it's like when you clean the room, that is clouded by dust. As you move the broom, the dust will rise, and you may even stop sweeping. Yeah? But you have to, the trick is that you have to sprinkle water first before you sweep to control the dust. So the mind sometimes is full of dust. So when you try to chant Hare Krishna seriously, you just fall asleep in the beginning because of the dust in the mind. So you have to keep on chanting, and then the dust goes away, and then you will experience the bliss. So that's how Bhakti is, purifying. That this chanting is a clearing agent to the dust that has accumulated in the mirror of the heart. In the beginning, it may not feel like it's working, but it works if we continue chanting. Yes, so that is the process, the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And then after chanting for some times, the result will be that you will become attached to chanting. The more you become attached to chanting, is the more you will feel the bliss of chanting. And the more you feel the bliss of chanting, and then the chanting will always be in your mind, even while sleeping. In your dream, you'll be chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I had this experience. I was in England as a young man. I was doing books. So I was staying with other young people. So when I used to wake up at night, to go and release myself in the loo, I will pass the rooms. I'll hear them sleeping, but they are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's a continuous thing in the mind, even while you are sleeping. It's a good disease. Yes. So that is the secret of the Maha Mantra. So when Krishna says, one who remembers me, even at the time of death will attain me, if you chant constantly, it comes natural in the mind, even while you are sleeping. So there is no question of you forgetting Krishna. Because the mantra is in your consciousness. No matter what, Hare Krishna. To give you an example, I think it was 2001, I was in East Africa, in Uganda. I went to the city to distribute books. And then when I came back, I was tired. It was just hot like here. Europe actually is like Africa. It's so hot. I don't know. I've never been to Europe in summer. Here is very hot. So when you're outside there, after 1 hour, you feel so exhausted. So then I came back to the temple. I took a public transport. So while we were going to the temple, we had an accident. But I was sleeping when the accident happened. Bang, with another car. I got up hearing people screaming, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. I was confused. Jesus, Jesus. Am I in a church here? I looked around. I'm still in a car. And then I remembered this verse. And whoever remembers me alone at the time of death, certainly that person will attain me. I said, yes. I would have died hearing Jesus, Jesus. That would have been better than me dying remembering nothing. So in that way, even the Christians, bang, Jesus, Jesus. They didn't cry, Mama, Mama. No, Jesus, which means they were Jesus conscious. Jesus just came out naturally when we had that accident. So in that way, it's practice. In a similar way, if you practice Hare Krishna, naturally Krishna will come out. Krishna, Krishna, at any situation. So that is the meaning of remembering, or smarana, as Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna. If we practice chanting, it just comes naturally, just like those Christians. So thank you very much. Now we'll take a few questions. Anybody? Oh.
I cannot remember to have been read in the Bhagavad Gita chapter 8 verse 6 about to chant the Maha Mantra. But if you continue with verse 22 or 23, Krishna talks to Arjuna how to reach the goal in this verse also too. Verse 22 and 23.
Of 8th chapter. Yes. Let's see, 23, 8, 23. 22 or 23?
Yes.
23?
22 and 23, yes.
Okay. 22.
24 also too.
22 says, O best of the Bharatas,
Yes.
I shall now explain to you the different times at which passing away from this world the yogi does or does not come back. 24. Those who know the Supreme Brahman attain that Supreme by passing away from the world during the influence of the fiery God in the light at an auspicious moment of the day during the fortnight of the waxing moon or during the 6 months when the sun travels in the north. And 25.
And 22, 23, and 24, yes.
So, yeah.
The 6 months, the sunny months and the 6 moon months.
Yes. So what's your question?
The question is, he explained in this verse how to attain, who will reach the goal, or who will come back to the earth again, who will stay with him or reach the goal to stay in the, I would say in Goloka, or who will come back.
Yes, so this is just a general process for other transcendentalists. As I was explaining before, there are different spiritual practitioners. Some may follow the path of yoga of Patanjali.
Yes.
Even there are different departments. There's pranayama, there's dhyana, yoga, meditation. Yes. There are different parts of transcendence. But this is not a way of the Bhakta, those who practice yoga. Yes. They wait until the moon is at a certain setting or the sun is set in a certain way. But those who are in Bhakti Yoga, they can pass away at any moment. Yes. That refers to those who are practicing other methods like yoga. So Krishna here is being general. He says, although devotees, now talking about bhaktas, although devotees know these parts of Arjuna, this is text number 27. Although devotees know these parts of Arjuna, they are never bewildered. Therefore, be always fixed in devotion. Is that okay? In text number 27.
It's about that, but that's why I cannot remember to have read that in chapter 6, in chapter 8, verse 6, that Krishna says, chant the Hare Krishna mantra. He says...
No, it's Prabhupada who's saying that.
He must continue with the yoga path who leads to the north, to the sunny stage, not to the moon stage. He explains clearly and very clear that he needs to continue doing the yoga path.
Okay.
To reach the goal.
What is happening here? Krishna is explaining all yoga part, karma yoga, jnana yoga, and bhakti. You understand?
Yes.
Like, for example, in chapter 6, he's explaining about Ashtanga yoga, how the yogi go to the forest, he sit in meditation with his eyes half closed, etc. So he's giving Arjuna all parts for attaining the goal. Yes. But here he says that although the devotees know these parts of Arjuna, they are not bewildered. In other words, they are not carried away by those parts. Therefore, be always fixed in devotion. He says, you should be fixed in devotion. Is that clear? That's...
I think he is talking about the mantra which is never mentioned by Krishna, which was mentioned
also,
by
yes,
Prabhupada.
but he mentions also in this, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Can't remember that Krishna mentions
to remember him through Mahamantra.
He mentions very clearly that we need to follow this path of yoga
Yes, I agree with you.
to the north, to the goal.
Yes,
The 6 months, sunny months, until the 6, who follows the 6 sunny months will attain the goal, and who follows the 6 moon months will fall
Ye-
down and come back to the earth.
yes. What I'm saying, Krishna is just giving Arjuna the multi-choices. Yeah, and then in the end he tells him that since he's a devotee, he should not worry about going when the moon is at a certain period. He says you just fix yourself in bhakti. Therefore, we always fixed in bhakti. A question about Krishna not mentioning the Maha Mantra and Maha Mantra being mentioned by Prabhupada. Yes, it's true. Why Prabhupada is mentioning Maha Mantra is because it's an easy way, it's a way to remember Krishna. Say Krishna says, remember me. How do you remember Krishna? Is by chanting the Maha Mantra. That's what Prabhupada said. But in the paper, Krishna doesn't mention Maha Mantra. Yes.
Krishna explains also in some verse before that who at the moment of the death remembers him, he will
Yes.
then attain the goal. Also, we will stay with him together.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe that's why Prabhupada says chant the Maha Mantra, but it's a way to remember Krishna.
Yes.
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 Okay. Now
Thank you.
understand us.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. I think now our time is over. Anybody else? Yes?
Can you explain the method sometimes?
A method of remembering Krishna.
To remember Krishna.
Prabhupada recommend that we chant the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna.
But I still forgot Krishna.
Huh?
If I still forgot Krishna during my daily.
If you still forget Krishna? If you chant proper, you will not forget Krishna. If you practice. It's just like when you love someone. You don't forget the person, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. So in a similar way, Krishna says, offer me water, offer me fruits and flowers with love and devotion. So when you chant Krishna's name, also you should chant with love and devotion. Yes, and then you will become attached to Krishna.
If you are very connected to the material world at the moment of the death, you will surely to think about the material world and not in Krishna. But if you are very connected to Krishna every day, every moment, at the moment of the death, you will very possibly, the possibility that you will remember Krishna is very high, very big.
Yes. Thank you.
I would be interested that that is a process. It's not just one second.
Yes.
So which is the point till I still can modify my ideas about what I'm thinking about.
That is a process, not just something that happened 1 minute or few moments. Yes, it depends. But the process of remembering is the same. Like some years ago, I think it was 2004, my friend's daughter had cancer. She was about 11. We tried everything. They even operated where the cancer was growing. After some time, it came back. And I could tell this child was going. And but the parents were thinking that she will, go through it. So then I met with the girl. I told her, now you have to chant, do few things. You have to chant japa on day-to-day basis. And then I gave her one book. It's called The Teachings of Queen Kunti, where she offers beautiful prayers. Queen Kunti. So the girl started reading, and she was chanting japa. So after maybe, I can't remember after how long, maybe a few months, 1 week before she died, she saw a vehicle from above with beautiful people. And then they came closer and they told her, your time is up here now, you have to come with us. She said, okay, I will ask my mother. And then she asked the mother. The mother said, no, you're not going anywhere. She was just surprised. And then the girl kept quiet. And the mother called me at the temple and said, my daughter is hallucinating. She's seeing things. I said, okay, I'll come and find out what the girl is seeing. And the girl told me the same thing, that she's seeing a beautiful vehicle coming from above with beautiful angelic people. They say that they'd come to pick her up for their time here. So, and I said, what's your opinion about this? She told me, I'm tired of being eaten by this bug. I want to go. But I feel that my mother is holding me. Because when I asked her, she said, no, no, no. She had a strong no. I said, you want to go? The girl said, yes, I want to go. I said, okay. Let's make a promise. I will stay here at the house. If those people come with that vehicle, you go. I'll make sure that your mother is not stopping you since you want to go. She said, okay. So I stayed at the house. A few days, she passed away. So what I'm saying, yes, the process of death does not come maybe in few seconds, but a person who knows that death is coming closer, they can prepare themselves. They can chant Hare Krishna, they can read books that will help them to stay strong and fixed in remembering Krishna. This girl did exactly that. Yes. It may take 1 year if we are sick, but during that 1 year we can prepare ourselves, reduce our attachments, reduce anything that could be a stumbling block, eat healthier, eat lighter, and clear your debt. If you owe someone money, pay off. So many things you can do, so that when you leave, no one thinks, "Oh yeah, she was owing me some money." Yes. Yes. So if it's long, and then we are given time to clear the customs. Sometimes you go to the airport, you are overweight, maybe 5 kgs or they'll tell you, take out 5 kgs from your suitcase. Now those things are all available, you don't know what to do. I travel a lot, I get stuck at airports. So the idea is that when I leave the temple, I should have many phone numbers of devotees there. When I'm stuck, I just call them, Prabhu, I'm over 5 kgs. I'm overweight. I'm leaving 5 kgs at the temple. Please come and pick them up after. I may just have to take some other things, put them in a small bag, and leave them somewhere at the airport where the devotee from the temple can pick them up. yes, we have to clear some of our stuff. So if it's longer, it gives us time also to clear certain things, to prepare better. Thank you very much for those comments. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada Ki.
Thank you very much, Maharaj, for
Hare.
speaking us about preparing us for the death. And so now we invite you for our Sunday feast outside in the garden. We will now offer you some prasada. Hare Krishna.